Ice Spice's career seems like it might finally be over. Going from a viral sensation with hits like Munch and twerking all over the internet, or really just twerking anywhere she can, to now losing 25 million listeners on Spotify and even getting booed off stage at a concert. So how did Ice Spice go from the pinnacle of stardom, collaborating with the likes of Taylor Swift and Nicki Minaj, to her fans literally giving her the finger? So Ice Spice's career has been on a steady decline for a while now, but the final straw was her disastrous performance at the Wildlands Festival in Australia, where Ice Spice arrived 30 minutes late and then only performed 3 songs before Wildlands cut her mic off. To make matters even worse, fans had paid up to $350 per ticket, and some people had travelled up to 6 hours to come see her perform. Since this was also on New Year's Eve, many fans had rearranged their plans to see Ice Spice perform in Australia. Ice Spice also flashed the peace sign as she was booed off stage because that makes it all better, right? And unsurprisingly, she got the finger in return from her angry fans. Wildlands was quick to put out a statement after this, basically saying it wasn't their fault, they had to keep a schedule, and it was time for the next performance. So basically putting all the blame on Ice Spice. All of this led to her getting a ton of hate online for being so disrespectful to her fans. And it's not like Ice Spice can afford to upset any more of her fans, because this comes after she has been losing millions of Spotify followers, going from 40 million listeners to now just 14 million. I guess her revolutionary lyrics are just not doing it for her anymore. Alright, I don't want to see her coochie. But this is what most of her songs sound like in her album Y2K, where she even calls herself Miss Poopy. So with these groundbreaking lyrics, it's not surprising that Y2K was an enormous flop, with only 30% of users on Google liking the album, and it also achieved her lowest ever ranking on the Billboard's 200 chart.
And now that we're here, it feels like such a nothing burger. The hooks are basic, the features are forgettable, the instrumentals I would say are pretty typical for her at this point.
Did it first with Central C. Destroyed Ice Spice. Everybody's hating her in the comments.
So critics and fans alike have pretty much canned Y2K as a flop, and the whole album does sound very similar. She raps about how she's a baddie, she's thick, we should all call her Miss Poopy, and how she eats her oats.
Yeah, I got slim, but I still eat my oats.
It's just a pretty lazy album, but let's be real, Ice Spice was never exactly popular for her deep and thoughtful lyrics. It was because she had a fat booty, and she liked to shake it again and again and again. And a lot of her fans liked that. The best example of her lack of lyrical ability is when she was on Kaizenat's stream, and he asked her to freestyle, and she just started twerking.
Fuck 'em up. 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 Fuck 'em up.
So I guess this just shows that Ice Spice lacks genuine musical ability. Like, freestyling is a staple for rappers, and her immediate reaction is to twerk instead of actually rapping. But to be honest, that's been the selling point of her entire career so far, that she has a big booty, she's a baddie, she gets money. But doing the same thing over and over without any innovation was bound to get old out eventually. I mean, it doesn't even look like she enjoys twerking anymore. So now it looks like Ice Spice's audience is gone along with her booty after she went through a noticeable transformation and became much slimmer than she used to be. There were many accusations of her using Ozempic to lose weight, but Ice Spice posted a gym video to try and disprove this. So I'm not sure about her form, but this video actually did little to persuade fans, and it didn't really matter because the damage had already been done, and many of her fans didn't believe it and pointed out that you can still go to the gym and take Ozempic, and others even said that she looked better before and to bring back the old Ice Spice. But lack of lyrical ability, showing up late to concerts, and her body transformation are not the only things that have led to a decline in Ice Spice's popularity. Ice Spice's fans are not the only people she has treated badly and has shown no respect for. Many fellow artists and even Ice Spice's high school friends have come out and accused her of being a terrible person obsessed with status and clout. For example, there was Baby Storm, Ice Spice's former high school best friend, who exposed her on Twitter, accusing her of being a bully in high school and just using Baby Storm's connections to get to the top and sabotaging her career to keep Baby Storm down. Doesn't sound like a great best friend to me. So Baby Storm really had an axe to grind with Ice Spice because after this, she exposed text messages of Ice trash talking Nicki Minaj and calling her delusional and ungrateful, which is pretty rich considering Nicki Minaj helped boost Ice Spice's career with collaborations like Barbie World and Princess Diana. So who's really the ungrateful one? All of this leaked information just painted Ice Spice as a selfish, egotistical star who would use and discard anyone to get to the top. This was only one of many controversies where Ice Spice came out looking really bad. There was also fellow rapper Cleo Trapper, who was friends with Ice Spice, and her accusations were strikingly similar to Baby Storm's. Ice Spice invited Cleo Trapper to go on tour just a day before it started, and then things quickly went downhill. Cleo accused Ice Spice of being unprofessional, dismissive, colorist, and being fake and using her for her own gain. Sound familiar?
But it wasn't genuine at all. Nothing that you do is genuine. Everything is calculated. Like I said, I was the token black friend. You didn't have your other best friend around because you said that she didn't match your aesthetic. Like there's something very wrong with somebody that is only friends with somebody for their aesthetic.
So things got really wild when, after this, Ice Spice's hairstylist chimed in and basically confirmed everything that Cleo Trapper said about Ice Spice, making it seem like it all must be true.
As some of you may know or probably don't know, I am a personal stylist, and I was hired as a backup stylist for Ice Spice tour. And when I say everything that Cleo was saying is dead ass true, is dead ass true. Okay, it was a few things that caught me off guard. The first thing that caught me off guard was when I first made it there, okay, I get with Spice, and me and her cool as hell, so we just be regularly talking about shit. I see she type got an attitude, so I asked her like, what's up, like you good type shit, like, you know, filling her out. She like, oh yeah, I'm cool, woo, woo. It's just Cleo black ass doing too much. I'm like, damn, hold up.
So it seems like a lot of people are saying the exact same thing about Ice Spice, and it's been a combination of things that have led to the decline of her career, such as the twerking is just getting old. There's only so many times you can do that. Her lyrics are uninspiring and soulless. She treats her friends and her fans alike very badly, but it seems like her getting booed off stage at Wildlands was the final nail in the coffin of a talentless career.